Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of Lakers, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
LeBron James opens up about sciatica recovery and his possible season debut against the Jazz after rejoining Lakers practice. Over the past few weeks, the Lakers have seen real progress in LeBron James' recovery as he works toward making his long-awaited season debut. The superstar, sidelined with a sciatica issue, had already been cleared for light on-court work and even joined several practices with the South Bay Lakers while the main roster was on a 5-game road trip. Now, with the Lakers finally back home after a solid 3-2 trip, James completed his first full practice with the team this season. And assuming there are no setbacks, the 39-year-old is inching closer to beginning his record-setting 23rd NBA season. It feels great. It really does, James said after Monday's practice. It's good to be back out here with the guys. I missed it. Still, the exact date of his return remains uncertain. LeBron made it clear that whether he plays against the Utah Jazz is something he won't rush. We've been taking this 1 minute, 1 hour, one step at a time, he explained. I'll see how I feel this afternoon, see how I feel tonight. When I wake up tomorrow, we'll probably have shoot around. We just need to see how my body responds over the next 24 hours or so. This is the first time in LeBron's career that he has missed the start of a season, a reality he admitted has been tough to accept. It's been awful. Honestly, it's awful, he said. In my entire life, since I first picked up a basketball, I've never missed the start of a season. Mentally, it's been a test. But I've worked on staying strong mentally and physically, to be ready to come back. James also shed light on his recovery process from the sciatica flare-up, which he first dealt with during the summer of 2023. It's the same thing every day, LeBron said. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Rehab, rehab, rehab. Just trying to feel like myself again. Being out here today feels really good. Even with the progress he's made, LeBron admitted he's not completely pain-free just yet. I wouldn't go that far, he cautioned. If you've ever had sciatica, you know how it is. You wake up hoping there's no pain. You go to sleep hoping the same thing. Lately, things have been much better. There are a lot of exercises and mobility work that help. I'm just keeping a positive mindset. Back issues, especially nerve-related ones, require patience and caution, and both LeBron and the Lakers have been careful not to push too hard. Fortunately for Los Angeles, strong early season performances from Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves have helped the team stay competitive during LeBron's absence. But everyone in the organization understands that the Lakers can only reach their full potential with James healthy and on the floor. As LeBron noted, how he feels on Tuesday will likely determine whether he suits up against Utah. The Lakers, however, won't force anything, especially with a soft spot in the schedule ahead that gives them flexibility to bring him back gradually rather than overwhelming him immediately. LeBron nearly lost his voice in his first practice back. After such a long stretch away from full-speed action, James admitted that his body, and even his voice, felt the effects of being back. As expected, he said with a laugh. My lungs feel like they belong to a newborn. That's the biggest thing, getting the lung capacity back. And my voice is gone. 1 day back, and I'm already hoarse from calling out coverages and defensive assignments. A lot of tea and rest tonight. As James works his way back, the Lakers are preparing for the adjustments that will naturally come with reintegrating their franchise cornerstone. The coaching staff has emphasized communication, conditioning, and rebuilding chemistry, elements that can't be rushed, especially after a player misses several weeks of action. Head coach J.J. Redick reiterated that while the team is eager to have LeBron back, the process will require patience from everyone involved. Anytime you add someone who's going to play 30 to 35 minutes a night, it changes rotations, it changes rhythm, it changes touches, Redick explained. But it's LeBron. He spent 2 decades making teammates better. The biggest thing for us is making sure he's comfortable and we're organized around him. Internally, there's a strong sense of optimism. Several players privately acknowledged that the energy in practice instantly shifted once LeBron rejoined full activities. His voice, his presence, and the standards he sets, even after 21 years, have a noticeable effect on the group. Veterans in the locker room believe his return could be the spark the Lakers need to stabilize their offense, which has relied heavily on individual shot-making in recent games. With James back, Redick can finally begin implementing the full scope of his offensive system, which was designed around LeBron's playmaking and ability to manipulate defensive coverages. "You can feel the difference immediately," one team staffer noted. "It's like everyone stands a little straighter. Everyone is sharper. That's what his presence does." Meanwhile, around the league, executives and analysts are watching closely. Many have pointed out that the Lakers' competitive start, despite missing their leader, could carry significant implications for the Western Conference standings. If Los Angeles can blend LeBron back in smoothly, the team could quickly climb the rankings and apply pressure on early season contenders like the Thunder, Nuggets, and Timberwolves. There is also growing curiosity about how Redick will manage minutes once James is fully cleared. Will LeBron play his traditional workload, or will the Lakers adopt a more conservative approach similar to recent years? For now, both sides seem committed to a balance, pushing forward, but with clear limits. "I just want to be smart," James said. "I know what my body needs, and I also know what this team needs. The goal is to be available, to be dependable. Not just for one night, for the long run." As Tuesday approaches, the anticipation inside the organization continues to build. James won't decide until he wakes up and tests his body, but teammates say they can sense his excitement. And while there's no guarantee he'll take the court against the Jazz, it's clear that his return, whether this week or next, is now a matter of when, not if. For the Lakers, that alone represents a turning point. For LeBron James, it's the beginning of yet another chapter in a career defined by longevity, resilience, and an unmatched love for the game. J.J. Redick opens up about the challenge and opportunity of reintegrating LeBron James. The Los Angeles Lakers have opened the season with an impressive 10-4 record, despite LeBron James not playing a single minute while recovering from sciatica. But with James participating in his first full practice on Monday, head coach J.J. Redick is finally on the verge of having his entire roster available for the first time this year. "Yes, we did a lot of live action work today, so he was able to take part in everything," Redick said after practice. Still, bringing LeBron back into the lineup, especially after the strides the Lakers have made with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves steering the offense, will require careful balancing. Redick understands that integrating a 40-year-old superstar with such a dominant on-court presence is not a plug-and-play situation. "I think when you add someone who, when healthy, plays around 35 minutes a night, it affects the rotation and it affects guys' rhythm. That's totally natural for any team," Redick explained. "There's continuity from last year with AR, Luka, and LeBron that we can build on. But honestly, you can't predict whether it's going to be seamless or noticeable. It's like a recipe. If you add too much cinnamon, the cookie doesn't taste right. So we'll adjust as we go." LeBron has always been his team's primary playmaker, but he adapted remarkably well last season when the Lakers acquired Doncic. That chemistry gives Redick confidence that the transition will be smoother than people expect. He also pointed out that the coaching staff hasn't added a ton of new sets or concepts that LeBron hasn't already mastered. "In terms of new actions, we didn't really reinvent anything," Redick said. "We added a few tweaks. There's some new terminology, sure, but we talked through it today. We actually introduced it before the Minnesota game. He's comfortable. There wasn't one moment where we had to stop practice and say, 'Hey LeBron, remember we do this.' He's locked in. He's been vocal in film sessions, engaged in our walkthroughs. He's been present." Ultimately, Redick believes LeBron's greatest strength, his adaptability, will make the reintegration process much smoother. "I describe him as incredibly adaptable," Redick said. "Not just in the short time I've been here, he's been doing this his entire career. He adapts to systems, to teammates, to what the game demands. The league evolves, and he evolves with it. That's why he's entering year 23 after coming off an All-NBA season in year 22. He's always adjusted. And again, it's not like he hasn't played with Luka or this version of AR. They played together for nearly 3 months last season. So I'm not expecting perfection, but I'm also not expecting it to feel like strangers meeting for the first time. They know each other. They know what they bring. I think it'll be positive right from the start. It might take a little time for everything to click, but adding LeBron back into what Doncic and Reeves have built so far should ultimately elevate the Lakers. LeBron still uncertain for Tuesday's game versus Jazz. LeBron being back in full practice is an encouraging milestone, but it doesn't guarantee that he will make his season debut on Tuesday when the Lakers host the Utah Jazz. Whether he plays will depend entirely on how his body responds overnight. James said he felt good after Monday's session, which makes his return a real possibility, but he emphasized that nothing is guaranteed. With LeBron's potential return looming, media outlets and fans alike are already buzzing. Pundits are debating not just when he'll come back, but how his presence will reshape the Lakers' identity. Some see this as the moment the team pivots from a gritty roll-heavy squad to a true contender again. Others warn of the risk. How will a nearly 40-year-old LeBron handle the physical demands of a full season, and how much will he actually play? Inside the Lakers organization, there are cautious but growing signs of optimism. The front office, coaching staff, and veteran leadership know that integrating LeBron isn't just about production, it's also about culture. Practices have reportedly taken on a different energy since he returned. His voice carries more gravitas in film sessions, his court awareness continues to set the tone, and teammates say his return brings a renewed sense of purpose. Still, no one is underestimating the challenge. Redick, in his role as coach, faces a genuine balancing act. Minutes must be managed so LeBron remains effective and healthy, while also giving emerging players like Reeves and Luka Doncic the freedom and opportunity they've earned. It's a delicate choreography. Find the sweet spot where LeBron's playmaking and leadership lift the team without disrupting the chemistry that has made the 10-4 start possible. League-wide, rival teams are taking note. Executives in the West are watching closely to assess whether the Lakers, with a fully healthy LeBron, can climb even higher in the standings. Analysts are already projecting scenarios. Could Los Angeles make a deeper playoff run, or even contend for a top seed? Some argue that LeBron's return could make the Lakers a wild card in the title race, not just because of his scoring, but because of his unique ability to elevate the play of others. Yet, the risk is real. A nerve-related back issue like sciatica doesn't always follow a linear recovery path. The Lakers' medical and training staff will need to monitor him closely as he ramps up. One bad flare-up could derail not only his season but potentially impact their late-season push. For this reason, the organization is reportedly planning for a cautious reintroduction, limited minutes at first, strategic rest days, and a load management plan tailored to LeBron's specific needs. But for all the logistical challenges, LeBron himself is focused on the bigger picture. He has acknowledged the mental toll of rehabbing rather than playing, but he's clear on his mission, to contribute in a meaningful way, to mentor the younger guys, and to help the Lakers contend. "I want to be dependable," he said. "Not just tonight or tomorrow, for the long run. I want to be part of something that matters." As Tuesday's game against the Jazz approaches, one thing is certain, the Lakers are on the verge of a turning point. Whether LeBron returns or continues to be eased in, his presence alone has already sent a ripple through the team, on the court, in the locker room, and across the league. For Los Angeles, the next few games will be a test not just of LeBron's health, but of how well they can marry his legacy with their young core. Lakers injury update: LeBron James and Gabe Vincent listed as questionable versus Jazz. The Los Angeles Lakers have released their injury report ahead of Tuesday's matchup with the Utah Jazz at Crypto.com Arena, and there's finally some encouraging news. LeBron James, right sciatica, and Gabe Vincent, left ankle sprain, have both been upgraded to questionable, signaling that both are inching closer to a return. Rui Hachimura, left calf soreness, and Marcus Smart, viral illness, who both missed Saturday's game to close out the road trip, are officially off the injury report. Their removal indicates they're cleared and ready to suit up against Utah. This is the first time all season that LeBron has been moved from out to questionable, after sitting out the first 14 games. He participated fully in Monday's practice and explained that whether he plays will depend on how his body responds in the hours leading up to the game. "We've taken this recovery 1 minute, 1 hour, one step at a time," LeBron said. "I'll see how I feel this afternoon, tonight, and again in the morning. We've probably got shoot-around tomorrow, and it's really just about how my body responds over the next 24 hours. The Lakers have no reason to rush him. After Tuesday's game, they don't play again until Sunday, also against the Jazz, giving LeBron an extended recovery window if he needs it. The same cautious approach applies to Gabe Vincent. He injured his ankle just 3 games into the season and has missed 8 straight contests. But like LeBron, he was a full participant at Monday's practice. If his body responds well overnight, the Lakers could have their full roster available for the first time this season, either on Tuesday or in their rematch with Utah over the weekend. J.J. Redick on how the Lakers will reintegrate LeBron. Despite LeBron's absence, the Lakers have managed an impressive 10-4 start. But with the franchise cornerstone nearing his season debut, head coach J.J. Redick discussed what reintegrating him will look like. When you bring back a guy who, when healthy, is going to play around 35 minutes, that's going to shift rotations and affect players' rhythm. That's just natural for any team, Redick said. There's some continuity from last year with AR, LeBron, and Luka that we can build on, but honestly, you can't predict whether it's going to be seamless. Redick explained the adjustment with a simple metaphor. There's a formula to it. If you add too much of one ingredient, like too much cinnamon in a cookie, it throws everything off. So you tinker, you adjust, and we'll figure it out. As LeBron and Vincent move closer to a return, the broader question surrounding the Lakers is how their reintegration will affect a group that has managed to build early chemistry despite the absences. Several players have stepped into larger roles during this stretch, most notably Austin Reeves, who has become a primary ball handler in certain lineups, and D'Angelo Russell, who has taken on a heavier scoring and playmaking load. Their adjustments have helped stabilize the team, but also raised questions about how minutes and responsibilities will be redistributed once the roster is whole again. Internally, the Lakers are encouraged by the progress of their defensive schemes, which have noticeably tightened over the last 4 games. According to team staff, having LeBron back would strengthen the trend not only because of his communication and anticipation on defense, but also because his presence allows the coaching staff to be more creative with lineups. With LeBron available, the Lakers can shift between bigger units for rim protection and smaller, faster groups that pressure ball handlers at the perimeter. Still, reintegration will require patience. The coaching staff is aware that even a seamless return for James will involve moments of adjustment as players get accustomed to new rotations, different pacing, and returning roles. Several veteran players privately expressed that the team will need a few games to settle into its identity, but added that having LeBron back naturally lifts the collective confidence of the group. Gabe Vincent's potential return carries its own implications. Without him, the Lakers have lacked a consistent defensive guard capable of containing quick perimeter scorers. His presence could relieve pressure from Reeves and Russell, who have shouldered heavy defensive assignments in his absence. Coaches also believe that Vincent's off-ball movement and ability to space the floor will help create cleaner offensive reads for Luka and LeBron, particularly in late-game situations. Around the league, opponents are monitoring the situation closely. Several Western Conference teams view the Lakers' early success without LeBron as a sign that they'll only become more dangerous once fully healthy. Scouts have noted that the Lakers' offensive sets under J.J. Redick appear more structured than in previous seasons, relying on quicker actions, sharper spacing, and more ball movement, a system expected to benefit even more once James reinserts himself into the lineup. For now, the Lakers remain cautious. The organization has emphasized that returning players will only be cleared once they are fully confident in their mobility, conditioning, and long-term readiness. With a favorable gap in the schedule after Tuesday's game, the Lakers are focused on ensuring that this period marks a turning point, the moment the roster finally stabilizes and the team begins to build toward its intended identity. If you want, I can continue the article even further, add quotes, explore team expectations, or include broader NBA reactions.